Hey everyone. I am really excited to be able to jump on this early. Um, so I thought maybe I would share some makeup tips with you to get some longevity out of your makeup. And for those of us who are still required to wear a mask, or in those of us that are still choosing to wear a mask when we go out in public. Here are some tips to really make your makeup last and to keep it from transferring onto your mask. So this is definitely something, since we've had to wear them, that I've really been working hard at trying to achieve, and I think this is it. Okay, so this is something that I have been doing for the last couple days, and I have truly noticed a huge difference in how much makeup is transferring to my mask. It's like minimal to none, as well as just making it really last throughout the day so that it kind of looks like you just applied it. Okay, so there are a couple tools that you're going to need to be able to make this happen. One of them, I guess the very first step in making sure that your makeup looks good and that it lasts throughout the day, is moisturizing your skin, which taking care of your skin is extremely important. If you want your makeup to look good, you've got to have good looking skin. Okay, so the very first step is moisturizing. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you're using Saints Cream foundation or whether you're using a liquid foundation. If you want a good surface to work from, you got to take care of it, and you definitely have to moisturize. This stuff is absolutely amazing. This is Saint Cream. Hands down the best moisturizer that I have found. Some other tools that you're going to need. You're going to need a perfector sponge. Okay. And then you're going to need some setting spray. So this is Charlotte Tilbury's setting spray. This stuff is amazing as well. So I'm going to be using this throughout my application and not just at the very end. That's the game changer. Okay. And then your setting powder, whatever setting powder you prefer to use, any of it's going to work. So again, we're going to eliminate the transfer to our mask, and we are going to, give our makeup some. We're going to lengthen its life throughout the day, all right, and make it look fresh for the entire day. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Let me pull my hair back. So when you jump on, say hello. Let me know you're here. I was able to come on a little bit early today. I got to leave work early because I had the cleaning ladies come to my house. And so I've just been kind of wandering around and admiring everything because it doesn't ever look this clean for very long. So I am really, really enjoying it. If you're local to Fredericksburg and you need a recommendation for a house cleaner, they are fast. They do amazing work, and it's really not too expensive. If you're looking for somebody, you let me know, and I'll give you information in the comments. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to start with my setting spray and my perfector sponge, and I'm going to further prep my skin, which again, I've already prepped with moisturizer. I'm going to further prep with my setting spray, and this is going to help to make everything stick. Okay, so I'm just going to let that dry a little bit. Now what I'm also going to do is use this. I'm going to spray my brushes before I dip them into my cream. That's the secret. Okay, so I'm actually going to start a little different. because it really doesn't matter. It all blends together. So I'm going to start with my contour first. So I'm just going to spray my detail brush here, and I'm going to dip it into my contour, which is the shade right here. And I'm going to apply that under my cheekbones. It's going to thin it out a little bit, which sometimes the contours can be a little dense. So if you're finding that you're having a hard time like picking it up onto the brush, then this is a really great way to do that, is to give yourself a squirt with your setting spray. All right, so I'm gonna blend that down, and I'm just gonna leave it where it is for right now. I am going to use my fingers to contour my nose. No, I didn't spray my fingers, but it's not gonna go anywhere. I did prep my nose with my setting spray. Okay, so I'm gonna go into my brightening shade. But before I do that, again, I'm gonna spray my brush. I'm gonna do that at every single step. And it doesn't need to be like super saturated or anything like that. I just kind of want it to mix in with your foundation. Again, you can do this with any foundation, whether you're using a liquid. If you're using a liquid, you definitely should apply it with a brush and not your fingers. There's just so much bacteria that you can carry on your fingers. A lot of oil in there. All right, and I'm just keeping this in the center of my face. All right, so I am gonna blend this all out. I'm coming down the side of my nose, right next to my contour. If you hear a whining dog in the background, sorry. He wants something. Literally been laying around for the last couple hours until he sees me get up and move. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it over and blend. Oops, let me get this side of my nose. Missed it. Blend that out. And don't be worried about if you picked up too much or anything like that, or it thinned it out too much and it looks a little thick. We are going to go back over it with our Perfector sponge, which will pick up any excess. Okay, so brightening shade on. Now I'm going to go into my all over highlight. And I'm going to use my 3D brush, and I'm going to dip that into my all over highlight, which is a customized shade for my skin tone. And if you're curious about what yours would be, just comment color match down below and I will get you all the details and we will find your perfect shade. So I'm just kind of applying this in all the other areas. And then I am going to just sort of stipple and blend that in. I'm saving the darkest shade for last. Okay, now I'm going to blend my contour. I can still use this brush. And I'm just going to blend in upward motions. I'm going to put my palette down here. So I work in the school system, and our school system just recently made, like this week, I think 2 days ago, just made it optional for wearing masks. I don't quite know how I feel about it because everybody's so used to wearing them. And we're all still a little scared. Okay, so that is blended in. I'm going to come back over my skin with my Perfector sponge, and I'm just going to dab it everywhere. And this is going to pick up any excess. So in these areas where I have a lot of movement, like on my forehead and then underneath of my eyes, it is not going to build up and get cakey as my face moves. Okay, so very natural. Love it. All right, now I'm going to apply my bronzer, and again, I'm going to follow this this same step every single time. I'll cover this sucker up at the very end. I'm going to spray my bronzer brush, and I'm going to dip into my bronzer of choice is Bella bronzer, and I'm going to put that in the high areas of my face, and I like to connect it into my contour. And you can feel it, you can feel the setting spray on your brush. Let's just get it under here. All right, same thing with my cheek color. I'm gonna spray the other side for my blush. What color do I wanna use? I'm gonna go with my new favorite here, which is Boardwalk. I've been using this one a lot. I'm gonna dip in, and right above where I have my contour, I'm gonna pop on a little bit of that color. Okay, it's pretty neutral. Right above the contour, and just kind of blending it up and back. Anything that I put on my face, I want to make sure that I blend it up and back so that it gives me a lifted appearance. All right, so I've got that step. I am going to, let's do my lips. So I'm going to put a little bit of contour. Again, spraying my brush. I'm going to make sure that I do this at every step because I really want it to last. And I'm going to put some contour underneath my lip and on top. Okay, and this is going to give me the appearance of like fuller lips. And yes, I am going to put setting spray on my lips because I want my lip color to last also. So not just my foundation, I want my lip color to last. So I'm going to spray my multitasker brush, and I'm going to use that same color, which is Boardwalk. And I'm going to apply it on my lips. I'm going to show you a trick sort of to create sort of long wear lip color. I'm going to show you guys a little trick too. Okay, so pretty much my foundation is completely done. I am going to apply a little bit of illuminator, Which ones do I have in here? I moved everything out, but I need to put some things back in my palette. And I'm gonna go with rose gold because that's what I have here. Pop it there on my cheeks, a little on my nose, my Cupid's bow, and I'm gonna put a little bit here under my brow. So that I get a little bit of shimmer when the light hits it. All right, so I am gonna cover this one spot, and I'm gonna use, this is one of the demi brushes, so I use this one solely for color correction. So I'm gonna spray that. I'm gonna spray both sides of it. Well, no, just this little side. Okay, because it's kind of a small spot. All right, so again, setting spray on my brush before I dip into my color. And I'm just using my all over foundation shade. And there you go, okay? So I can't change the texture of my skin, but I can change the color. And that's all I did there. Little camouflage action. Okay, so everything, all of my brushes have been sprayed with my setting spray before applying. I did use a layer of setting spray that I applied with my Perfector sponge before applying my makeup. I'm gonna hit it one more time, okay? And especially in the areas where the mask is gonna sit, I wanna make sure that I don't have to get rid of the contour line or anything like that. Yes, my face looks wet, I know. It's because it is. All right, so I'm gonna let it dry for just a moment. While that's drying, I'm gonna show you guys a little trick to add some staying power to your lip color or whatever lip shade you're using, your setting powder, okay? So I already applied it with my setting spray first on the brush. Now I'm just gonna use my finger, okay? Just get a little bit of that setting powder on my finger. And I'm gonna apply it all over my lips. And then you guessed it, I'm gonna hit it one more time with my lip color. Again, I'm gonna spray my brush. And that way, if I'm having anything to drink throughout the day or drinking my coffee, I'm not gonna have any transfer to my cup. Okay, and I'm just gonna go back over my lips with another layer of my lip color. And that is going to make it last so much longer. Okay, so the very last thing that I'm gonna do is set with a powder, okay? This is dried on my skin. So any of the areas where I don't like that dewy finish, which is for me gonna be the center of my face, I'm gonna apply some powder. And I'm just kind of dabbing it on. Okay, I'm not doing any baking or anything like that underneath of my eyes because there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of fine lines underneath of there. And I don't want my powder to settle in. I don't want it to get comfy. Okay, so here on my forehead. Underneath of my lips, this area here, and any areas that I spot corrected, that one, I'm gonna make sure that I top that one with some setting powder as well. Okay, so just the nature of the cream makeup, it is gonna have a dewy finish wherever you set it. And then I've got illuminator on top of it. I like it in certain areas of my face because it is what gives you that youthful glow. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of powder up here on my forehead. Not a lot, as you can see, that's a heavy moving area. And that is really it. So I'm only adding, I don't know, 30 seconds, a minute onto the amount of time it takes me to apply my makeup, because I'm taking that extra step in between of applying my setting spray. Okay, but I'm still finishing it the exact same way as I always do, and that's it. So my makeup is gonna last so much longer, and there's gonna be minimal to no transfer to my mask. Try this out. You guys let me know what you think. Does it work for you? Do you have a favorite setting spray that you've come across that's maybe better than what I have? I don't know. But if you do, comment below and let me know. And that's it. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I will see you again really soon. Bye.